Slady, voice going. Hey man, we got Insider Hotspot. The curse beef that never ends. STL, EBT, Tookaville versus WIIC City, Old Block. I ain't gonna care. I be watching them little Chicago docu-series and Chicago scene AA shit like that. I be watching them video, you know what I'm saying? Long live Von, long live FBG Duck, you know what I'm saying? I will fuck with Von Heavyhead, I can't even lie. I was fucking with Von Heavyhead and I was fucking with Duck. If you gon' shine, push it, gon' shine in. But I was fucking with Von Heavyhead, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, all that happened was a nigga moment. You know, you ever watch Boondocks and they be like, a nigga moment is when two niggas like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas some Boondock episode with that nigga, like, it's just nigga moments. You know what I'm saying? All the unnecessary ass beats be nigga moments. You know what I'm saying? Before you get in this bit, make sure you subscribe right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do too much talking. Let's just get into it. Fuck is you looking at, nigga?
What up, gang? Back with the real. You know what's the deal. We've had some major losses in the Chicago drill scene over the years due to one particular beef that has gotten so far out of control that the body count still continues to take lives after so many years. The beef in question is between STL, EBT, and Tookaville versus WIIC City and O Block. From female bangers to shooters that can headshot from a distance, this beef has some of the most savage demons throughout Chirac. Today, we're going to take a look into the beef. Who are these gangs? What are their allegiance? What sparked the hatred and revenge? And the members lost during their bloodthirsty feud. Let's get it. Out of Chicago, O Block is widely its most popular hood. You can accredit this to having mainstream rappers like Chief Keef and King Von, or for a much darker reason, how deep they are in the streets. In fact, between the years of 2011 to 2014, which was the height of their beef with STL EBT, O Block was labeled the most dangerous block due to the number of shootings that occurred. But while many refer to them as O Block, newer fans of the Chicago drill music scene may not be aware of the name WIIC City, which stands for Wild, Insane, Crazy. From just the name, it's no surprise at their reputation in the streets. WIIC City would become O Block after a tragedy occurred in the game, but we'll soon get to the loss that caused it. As we've discussed in previous vids, WIIC City came about after the demolition of the Randolph Towers apartments in the 6200 block of South Calumet, which was a stronghold for mainly Black Disciple BD gangs. This would give rise to a new group of savages coming up in WIIC City.
Why the hell every hood is named after Martin Luther King? Like, every hood, Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. It always be the churchy, like, RIP my nigga Martin Luther King too. You know what I'm saying? He fought for justice and civil rights. Real nigga for life, you know what I'm saying? He a real nigga. That's who they need a mural of. Von and Dr. King. Where the hell did Dr. King mural at? I'm just talking shit.
BD gangs. This would give rise to a new group of savages coming up in WIIC City and Parkway Gardens on King Drive and 64th Street. This would become home to the BD set, WIIC City, with members like the aforementioned King Von and Chief Keef, along with more notable members at the time, T-Roy, Big A, Platoon, Boss Top, Reezy, Sharoy, Boss Money, and a very pivotal player in the beef, OD. While WIIC City had a lot of other gang members, we're going to be focusing on those that play a major part of the story and the beef. On the side of the gang feud is the GD set, STL EBT. The gang.
Boy, that nigga look crazy as hell, boy. That nigga look like a fucking super savage demon.
On those that play a major part of the story and the beef. On the side of the gang feud is the GD.
Look at this nigga. Bro, this is nothing but nigga tree at his finest, bro. Don't, bro, look like goddamn Tom off of, what did he say, nigga? You know what I'm saying? When Stick Meter had possessed goddamn Tom off of Boondocks. That's what that nigga look like. What did you say, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
He said STL EBT. The gangs are actually two neighboring sets on 63rd Street in St. Lawrence and 64th Street in South Eberhard Ave. Like WIIC City, they have their own set of hitters, like the female top shooter, Jakara Barnes, who went by the name K.I. Her ride or die, FBG Butter, FBG Brick, FBG Duck, Lil J, Lil Doc, Boss Trail, Lil B, Wooski, and just as OD, a very important player in the beef, Tuka. So we have the gang's location, who they are, and the key players in the beef. But beef doesn't just appear. Something had to be the trigger. In this instance, though, GDs and BDs and Chirac have been going back and forth, dating back into time. But for our generation, there were particular hits that made things irreconcilable between the two camps. The first we actually covered in the FBG WIIC vid. You can check it out via the description. What happened was WIIC, originally being from WIIC City, would still roll with STL EBT over to his old hood. Normally, being teenagers, old heads would leave the shooting out of their hands and they just be fist brawls. But on one instance, guns got involved and Reezy from WIIC City lost his life. About 11:30 p.m. on August 25th, 2010, officers responded to a call of a large crowd fighting near 64th Street and South King Drive. After clearing the crowd with a bullet wound to the back and rushed him to the hospital where he passed. The problem with this was that although it hasn't been confirmed, WIIC was rumored to be the one who pulled the trigger. Once there are losses, then it furthers the cycle. An eye for an eye. Sure enough, someone fell from STL EBT that changed the scope of the gang forever. It was the street savage, Shondell Gregory, better known as Tooka. Tooka was caught lacking at the now notorious bus stop on 600.
Damn. I don't know. This nigga. What the hell did this nigga do? Like, what did little Tooka do? Like, did Tooka beat y'all niggas up? Did this nigga shoot niggas? But I remember it. I didn't even know who Bell was, but I'm hearing Shondell had a hot shit feel. And I love when I'm out that pill. Can't change one to real. They say real niggas don't say they real. Well, fuck nigga on real. Can't bury he fake. I had one more on my plate. It was me and bro, it was in store, boys got fish and cakes. Big K tell me she late. Cause I was gonna lie, you was gonna break. Yeah, started pulling this race. I gotta win, then I can't wait. You know what I'm saying?
Block East 63rd Street at about 6:48 p.m. on January 12, 2011, when a passenger wearing a half mask jumped out of a dark-colored vehicle and murked Tooka, ending his life on the spot. In honor of their fallen member, STL EBT would adopt the new name Tookaville. To this day, persons like FBG Duck's mom still visits the site to pay respects. O Block would solidify Smoking Tooka as a worldwide slogan after his passing.
Shot Tooka. Say Tooka, man.
But this brought pressure on them from Tooka's female savage, K.I., who returned the favor with murking one of their main members. On August 10th, 2011, at 11:35 p.m., O.D. Perry of WIIC City would receive multiple bullets about the body, including a critical wound to the neck. He would pass away on the hospital bed while doctors fought to save his life. Later, the female that earned the hood's respect was rumored to be the one that carried out the hit, but those rumors seemed to be confirmed when she posted up online with the same firearm that O.D. had, concluding that she not only murked the WIIC City member, but took his gun as well. Her involvement in the hit was later confirmed by authorities that released documents showing an informant listed both her and Boss Trail.
In July of 2016, Detective was contacted by Detective M. Baxteroom, who had interviewed so-and-so in CCJ, had identified himself as a third-party witness to Perry homicide on August 4th. Accompanied by Detective Baxteroom and P.O. Pacino, met with an interview some in Cook County, stated that he was friends with met with and interviewed so-and-so in Cook County Jail, stated that he was friends with Rodney Stewart and Jakira Barnes, stated that they were all members of the same gang, Gyro City faction of the Gangster Disciples. So-and-so was aware from personal conversation that he had with both Rodney Stewart and Jakira Barnes that they shot and killed Perry. Damn. In separate conversations, both Stewart and Barnes had admitted that they had been the offenders that had shot and killed Perry. They admitted to shooting and killing Perry. But as for more specifics, so-and-so stated that it had been 5 years since Perry murder, so could not get specifics as to who else may have participated in these conversations or where they have taken place. So-and-so stated that it was common knowledge in the neighborhood that Stewart and Barnes were the offenders. Damn, crazy.
From the shooting, Tookaville got their get back, and with it, WIIC City also paid respects to O.D. by changing their name to O Block. Now, two respected persons from each side was lost. The beef could have called it quits here and squashed it as even, but Tookaville was up because of the rumored body. WIIC got on Reezy.
What shot it said?
The beef could have called it quits here.
Rolling up the dope. I finna OD. STL EBT and OD. Shout out to the OD for being target practice. Damn! Just tell it on yourself.
Here and squashed it as even, but Tookaville was up because of the rumored body. WIIC got on Reezy. Plus, both sides continued to disrespect the other. In their celebration, Tookaville wasn't yet satisfied with just upping the score, so they did what their shooters do best: shoot. They catch another body. This time, O Block's platoon. Reports state that on October 19, 2011, platoon was caught lacking outside Parkway Gardens when shooters opened fire, hitting him multiple times, as well as grazing a young boy. Luckily, the young boy made it, but unfortunately, platoon passed at the hospital, probably due to his late arrival, as the ambulance has the first wait for officers to clear the crowd blocking the way before they could get to him. The fingers point in different directions to pin the ones responsible, but many point towards it being WIIC. In fact, it's rumored that his song, B.O.N., references the hit with the bars, "Hitting him up on the drive, I did that by myself, but phone them was looking out, I had a little bit of help. Gang."
Hit him up on the drive, I did that by myself.
Ready to own your own home, but struggling to qualify for a mortgage? We're Divvy, a new way to buy a home that actually works.
A little bit of help.
Due to how tight him and K.I. was, she is said to be the next shooter that was with him. Even the infamous picture with her posted up with OD strap never showed who she was with, but I always go beyond to get the details for you guys, and I've actually found the original photo. And guess who was with her? WIIC himself. Tookaville was on a murking spree and seemed to be having the upper hand. They applied even more pressure for taking out their next target, Sharoy Liggins of the O. This hit has become like an ancient tale. Boss Tro gets credit for his pinpoint accuracy. It said that on February 16, 2012, he spotted Sharoy from across the street in the 6400 block of South King Drive, and with a laser beam on the strap, he hit his mark head on, leaving Sharoy lacking where he stood. Police discovered Sharoy lying on the street with a single gunshot wound to the head. He would later pass away at the hospital to the enjoyment of ops like K.I. and Boss Trail, bragging of the red beam tactical hit. FBG Duck and Ruger would further diss Sharoy in their highly disrespectful diss, Exposing Me remix. O Block will have their chance to get back on the unsuspecting Lil Doc of Tookaville. Lil Doc was caught while getting something to drink at the convenience store on April 28, 2012. After painting his aunt's Woodlawn building, he wanted something to quench his thirst. As he entered the store, the shooter sprayed his way from outside, hitting Doc. What's worse is that officers came on the scene and left without finding him. It was hours later that a relative found him in the 6300 block of South St. Lawrence Avenue, where he stumbled and lost his life. Although nothing was concrete.
All these killings, they just sound essentially, like stop it, like crazy, like these just kids, like these niggas under 21. You know what I'm saying? Kids killing kids. I know that's how shit probably is in Iraq, but I don't know, that shit crazy.
T-Roy of O Block and twins Cortez and Courtney of TYMB are said to be the ones that orchestrated the hit. Remember K.I.'s partner WIIC? Not only was he an op, but the one that took King Von's cousin, Platoon, that gave birth to a demon looking to claim souls. The unfortunate one was WIIC's cousin, Modell. Richard Modell was on his way to meet a shorty when Von walked up and opened fire, murking Modell and having his cousin in a wheelchair after leaving his intestines falling out of his stomach. You could tell it was personal by the hit.
I remember Modell with the one eye from STL. It's effed up what happened to him. Straight sucker. Damn.
In the body while taunting WIIC in the process. While all this was going on, Tookaville's ace shooter, Boss Trail, that took out Sharoy, was seeing the carnage O Block was doing and felt his time coming. In an attempt to survive, he bought a bus ticket to leave Chirac and go to Iowa to start a new life. Sadly, he never made it. On November 8, 2012, just 2 days before he was to leave Chicago, it's rumored that T-Roy was the one that got him. Boss Tro was found face down in the alley in the 2600 block of West 83rd Street with a round to the back of the head. It's becoming evident that even though they're savages in the street, they're still human who feel fear and don't want to lose their life. But unfortunately, J Money from O Block met the same fate as Boss Trail. K.I. and Lil B are the ones associated with the hit. Apparently, on September 2nd, 2013, J Money was set up, believing he was meeting up with the girl in the 6600 block of South Rhodes Avenue in Woodlawn, but instead was greeted with bullets bullets to the head and body by K.I. alongside Lil B. In typical K.I. fashion, she would mock O-Block, disrespecting J Money's passing. Sadly, her time would come on April 11th, 2014, when O-Block got their give back. She would
shoot a nigga from point blank range in the back of the head. Damn. Shout at Ew, they bitch needed to be executed. I ain't even gonna cap. They bitch needed to be executed. You know what I'm saying? They bitch. This shit crazy.
be hit 9 times in the mouth, neck, and chest before running.
These niggas on J Money. This nigga, shout ass put in the name. J Money ain't use his head, so we took it off. The fuck?
And collapsing on a neighbor's doorstep and passed. The alleged hitters were King Von and Big A of the O. But just like K.I., they too lost their lives. King Von in an entirely different situation with Quando Rondo that I covered in another video, and Big A was murked by K.I.'s blood brother, G.I. Joe, as give back for her passing. This is where many report the hits to slow down, but the beef continued on and is still taking lives. Can't Get Right from Tookaville is one of the shooters rumored to have murked Chino from O-Block. Then he himself was riddled with bullets along with an innocent bystander by hitters rumored to be from O-Block. The back and forth will continue, with O-Block catching an important target, FBG Brick of Tookaville, in July 2017. He was FBG Duck's older brother. Him, along with an associate, was left lifeless with holes at the scene in the 6300 block of South St. Lawrence. WIIC would roll with some other Tookaville members for their get back, catching O-Block HK lacking. HK would try to run, but was murked before being able to escape with multiple shots about his body. Being the savage he is, WIIC would disrespect HK's passing, as well as diss Von in the process.
For that HK pack. So that King Von his ass for the die. Tell him I said that.
While still alive, Von would promise WIIC he'd get back on him with the O just a day before he received a round to the head. I broke this down in an entire bit on WIIC, so you can check it out in the description. Luckily, WIIC survived, but the same couldn't be said for Tookaville's head honcho, FBG Duck, whose life was taken by Muwa and 4 other O-Block members in broad daylight. Most of the original members from both sides that carried out the beef are either 6 feet under, in jail, or disfigured. Nobody wins. Everybody loses, no matter how many more continue to fall. RIP in the comments for all those fallen. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for future videos.
Hey man, long live all the fallen Chirac savages, man. Like RIP the Duck, RIP Von, you know what I'm saying? RIP all them people, all them savages, all them murderers. RIP them, cause that shit crazy. And like they kids, like it's kids killing kids, like some of them gone though, you know what I'm saying? But shit not even worth it, you know what I'm saying? Like shit's senseless. It's nigga moments, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, I send me videos to react to my Instagram Twitter too. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. D. Bitch, you looking at?